Hey you, are you tired of throwing punches in Thrill of the Fight 2 and it feels like you're slapping somebody in the face with a fucking napkin from a little kid's birthday party? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to throw punches that are a lot more accurate and a lot more powerful without taking up too much of your stamina and your strength. Now let's get right into this video.
Okay, to start off, what you want to know is in this game, you want to have your arms calibrated at the proper length. You want your arms to actually be your IRL length. Because if you have your arms a little too short or you have your arms a little too long, what's going to happen is you're not going to actually be able to do as much damage as the game vector will allow you to do. Now first off, you want to make sure you're not too close to your opponent or not too far away. You want to make sure you're at just the right angle. Now what you want to do is find your foot stance. Me personally, I go with a standard orthodox foot stance, left foot forward, right foot to the back. And what you want to do is, you don't want to just throw your arms into a punch, because if you just throw your arms into it, even if it's fast, like sure, that was a bit faster, and did 45 damage, that's cool and all, that's an okay amount of damage. But you want to be able to do more, right? So if you're throwing a hook, rotate your shoulders into the hook, right? Now, you don't want to do hooks all the time. Hooks are cool, they look super explosive, but you can do a lot more damage with certain punches. The punch I recommend you master is a cross. And for the cross, what I recommend you do to inflict the most damage is when you have your hand back, you take your hand, you move it back, up, and then shoot it into a punch. So you want to go like this. You see 63, and that's not even me trying that hard. I can go a lot harder than that. An example being... Okay, well, you see my point. That one was less accurate. But what you want to do is when you throw a cross, have your hand move back, up, and then forward as you throw it. And when you go to throw the punch, you want to rotate your entire body from your hips up. So you want to rotate your shoulders into it, and you want to rotate your body into it. So I'm going to throw another right cross and show you. Like that, you see, another 60.56. Again, 58.51. 58.9. And this isn't even me punching as hard as I can go. I can punch a lot harder than this. This is a pretty normal, sizable amount of damage for people who know what they're doing, right? 58.09 damage with a velocity of 7.79. Speed does not equal damage. So let me just throw a punch that's just purely fast, right? Okay, well, I hit hard. But my point is, you can do a lot more damage if you put your body into it. You can do a lot more damage consistently. Another thing you're going to want to know is hooks to the head. While they look cool and they sound hard, they only work if you're absurdly close to your opponent. Well, not absurdly close, but relatively close. So if I throw a hook from back here, 45. But if I get a little closer and I throw a hook, you see, there isn't much benefits to hooks. The only time that hooks are really beneficial is if you're, doing an absurd amount of damage with combos. So let's say you counterpunch against somebody, they throw a hook, you duck underneath it, right uppercut to the pancreas, left hook to the jaw. You see, that's the only time hooks are really useful, is for throwing combinations, right? So let's do another one. Uppercut to the pancreas, left hook to the jaw. You see, that's the only time that hooks are really good. And another thing you want to know with punching in this game is it doesn't matter if you're on your toes, bouncing around, or if you're flat-footed. Because I'm a flat-foot fighter, but I can still inflict a lot of damage. The only time you really need to be on your toes is if you are going for a pivot. A pivot being like that. And that's the only time you really need to be on your toes for. You sweep under, counterpunch like that. And even then, pivoting is hard on standing mode. I'm a standing mode guy. Now, another thing you want to learn to inflict more damage. Combinations are an incredible thing. So a good one right here. Left uppercut to the liver, right hook like that. Or you could even do something like cross to the body, cross to the head, like that as well. You see 63.61. Combinations are good to learn. You can do 2-piece combos, all the way to 8-piece combos, depending on your speed, your stamina, and your accuracy. Now, a good one that I like to do a lot is left uppercut to the liver, right hook to the pancreas, left hook to the jaw, right hook to the temple, like that. But a lot harder and more aggressive, so... You see? And you couldn't see the damage vector there while I was punching, but I probably did something in the ballpark of 150 to 250 damage in those 4 punches. Now, I cannot stress this enough. When you're fighting in this game, you don't want to just throw your arms out, you see, because you're not going to be able to inflict as much damage. You want to get your stance up. I'm using a traditional stance just for an example. You want to have your biceps tensed up so you can do more damage, and you want to throw your body into the punches. So if you want to do a left uppercut to the liver, throw your body into it. Fucking right cross of the chin, throw your body into it, you see? You want to do an overhead, throw your body into it. And these are pretty sloppy examples because I'm tired as hell, but I think you all get my point. Now I'm going to give you another piece of advice here. You don't always want to go for body shots. You only want to go for body shots if you're trying to line up a combination or if your opponent has a really high guard. If they have a high guard like this, go for the body as much as you want. Or if they're a height glitcher, go to the body as much as you want. But point of the matter is, you want to throw your body into the punches. That was a very horrible example. Let me try that again. You want to throw your body into the punches like that. You want to go for combos like that. But the best combo I think you can do, right uppercut to the pancreas, overhead left cross like that. That's my favorite one. You can easily do an upwards of 140 damage with those two punches alone if you land 70 on both, which is hard, and you have to hit hard, but trust me, it is so appealing when you just land a two-punch combo fluently like that. It is beautiful.
Now, I hope you guys were all able to learn something from this video. If you did, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you want to see more VR gaming content and more Thrill of the Fight 2 content, feel free to let me know by leaving a comment, leaving a like on the video, and subscribing to the channel to see more stuff like this in the future. Anyways, this has been Nemesis VR, and I will see you guys all later. Bye-bye.